How'd you end up on your picks on Sunday for your actual bet?
Oh, for my actual bet, if I would have used my YouTube picks, oh my god, I would have won. But we wound up tying because of the fact that Natalia won.
Yeah.
So I had picked in my side bet Kevin Owens, and he had took AJ Styles. It literally came down to that match, and then we wind up tying.
Did you watch SmackDown yet? I don't know if you actually watched it on Tuesday.
Huh?
You watched SmackDown on Tuesday? Did you end up catching it yet? Or
No, I looked at the reviews, and it looked like it was like a battleground replay minus the Becky and Charlotte, right? They fought.
oh, no, Becky and Charlotte were on a tag team.
They were on against Tamina and Lana.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that AJ Styles is the new United States champion.
Jericho came back.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Finish it. I'm not done with it. I think I met Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin possibly.
Yeah, the very first match of the goddamn thing.
Right after all the talking.
Yeah. I don't know. I was disappointed here. They didn't show nothing with the fashion files. There was absolutely nothing about it.
Right. And I'm glad you said that because I was like, maybe I'll just fast forward because I just want to know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
And they didn't even do nothing.
I watched it. I was like, did I miss it or something?
No. I wonder what. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. I wonder what they're going to do with that.
I don't know.
They need to do something good though, because that is one of the most. They're being used the best way they can at this point. And
I mean, I heard the first rumors were it was supposed to be American Alpha, but then they decided to take Jason Jordan away. So now I don't know who the hell they're going to throw it out as. They're doing it.
I mean, my argument though is, what are they even fighting for? It seems like this is the one thing I hate about the WWE. It's like what I love the most is the stupid storylines. It's like my soap opera. But I don't like so the Usos and the New Day, they're going to be like battling forever. My thing is, what happened when the Hype Bros were the number one contenders and Homie got hurt? When are they going to bring this into play?
They already did.
When?
They gave him after Ryder came back. They gave him a shot, saying if they could beat the New Day, then they would get their title opportunity. Not the New Day. I mean, they beat the Usos, they would get their title opportunity.
Okay, but did you really think they were going to beat the New Day? I mean, let's be realistic.
Well, not the Usos. They had a fight, not the New Day. But I'm just saying though, I kind of figured they would let them beat the Usos because the Usos didn't win a damn match all the way until like pay-per-views at that point.
I just think that I really wanted to see what they were going to do. You know, like I love a good underdog. And to me, they're like a good underdog. Like, I really wasn't behind the American Alpha. I could care less. I'm not going to lie. I was like, whatever. But the Hype Bros, man, they were so hype. They deserve something.
Especially with the one winning the Andre the Giant thing, you know, you could at least give them something.
I don't understand why they. Oh, you can maybe explain this. Okay, so you're avid in TNA.
Yeah.
Me, I see what I can. I generally just read the news.
Can't really trust the news. Put that way.
Can you trust anything? All right. So does TNA? Do they have? Sorry, I'm out back and I don't do bugs at all.
Okay.
Do they have? Are there storylines like the WWE storylines?
Kind of. Like some of them.
Oh, hold on a second.
If you really pay attention, both shows use kind of like they kind of steal each other's storylines in a way.
Right, because when that rumor with the Kurt Angle, they thought it was going to be the storyline from the other place, but instead,
yeah, from wherever AJ had the baby.
Right.
And that made no sense now though, because I still love the fun of everybody's even yelling, "Hell's already frozen over," because Dixie Carter is now in WWE.
Right, so hell technically has frozen over.
Yes. Were you trying to all them reports, McMahon bitching and complaining here that he would never bring her in there.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, not a clue.
But so okay, so they have storylines as well.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
following.
TNA builds on those storylines a lot longer because they don't do the everyday
Like
pay-per-views
weekly
kind of
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Like their pay-per-views are kind of like they do the four big ones, but then they have like their like little one night onlys. What
Okay.
they do.
So in TNA, is that where Cody Rhodes is, or Alberto El Patron? What's the difference in that?
Cody's a free agent technically, but he's currently in Ring of Honor. He was in TNA there for a little bit, whenever Bennett was there.
Right.
Uh, right as currently, right now, Del Rio or El Patron is technically suspended from anybody.
Right, for that whole domestic.
Yeah, but yeah, he's the champion in TNA right now. So
Okay, so when I'm watching uh Alberto De Patron, whatever. So when I'm watching him, that's TNA.
Yes.
And when I'm watching Cody Rhodes, that's Ring of Honor.
Yes.
See, to me, if it's not WWE, it's just whatever. You know, I switch over to watch it because, well, I like the sports entertainment. I like wrestling. And then if people leave the WWE and go back there, you know, like back to their roots, I have to keep up with them. Like, I always loved Cody Rhodes, so I'll pop in and check out his matches and things like that.
I don't watch Ring of Honor only because it's on like so goddamn late over here. So I just never turn it on.
You're like, I'll just catch the news. That's weird because see, I always said I was partial or impartial, whatever the word is. I favor WWE because the storylines are a little more corny, you know. But back when we were little, wrestling was the joint. Like,
yeah, the Attitude Era and stuff like that. Yeah.
So how do we get that back? Do you think that it's even capable of being as good as it used to be?
Oh no, not since they went PG. They went PG. Shit, you can't have blood without them getting bitched at anymore.
I know they did that, I guess, to be more family friendly, bring in more,
kids,
people. But now I just feel like everything's so predictable a little bit because, you know, they do change it at the last minute sometimes. But I don't know where they're going with this Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan thing. Like, that's annoying me.
I don't know. I
wanted a big story.
I want it to end with it being a ruse, just so that it does not kill Jordan's career. Because that's the only thing he's going to be known for then is Angle's son. And he ain't going to go any bigger than that because of it.
Well, and I'm like, so did they pick him because he has no neck? I was like, two no neck motherfuckers, let's make them related. Is that how it works?
I think they're better off with Gable. At least then they were both white. It'll be more reasonable. He uses the same moveset.
Jason Jordan, he does not look like a mixed person. I mean, he's he's stocky and like rant like Kurt Angle, but you clearly had to work out to get that way. You didn't come out the womb built like Kurt Angle.
Well, that's what I said. At least Chad Gable at least uses the movesets that close up to Angle, or sort of be more reasonable, more understanding, believable.
They clearly are like, throw believable out the window. We're gonna take this big black guy, and we're gonna say it's Kurt Angle's son. And now what? He's gonna emulate Kurt Angle moves. We know he's more of like a technical type wrestler, you know, like a wrestler, not a sports entertainment wrestler. But then they left poor Gable, and he just looked like a lost puppy on his little interview. I felt so bad for him. Like, boy, I thought they were gonna make something big out of these, you know, these two guys.
Yeah, they do.
And they ruined them.
Like, there's a match happening next week on SmackDown, and you haven't watched SmackDown yet, fully. It sounds like it's going to be a really good match, but the problem with it is I know how it's going to end, and it's going to make me mad. Because
I don't get upset with spoilers. I'm going to watch anyway, so you can say it.
Because Jinder comes down once. He wants to know who's going to fight at SummerSlam. So, you know, Cena comes down, which that's been reported so many times that him and Cena are going to fight.
It better not.
Well, next week, it's going to be Cena versus Shinsuke. The winner fights Jinder. I would love to see Shinsuke go fucking against Jinder, then have Corbin use the briefcase, which would make more sense because of the rivalry.
Right.
But it's just not going to happen that way because they want Cena to have everything because it's Cena.
You know what? I feel really bad for saying this because I am a diehard John Cena fan. Diehard. Okay. I love John Cena. I love what he stands for as a person, you know, like all his charitable things. Like, I'm all about all of that. But come on now. Okay. You're going to make Nakamura fight John Cena to try to go to SummerSlam? Why do we have to see John Cena at SummerSlam? Because their ratings suck. Okay?
Well, I mean, that's gonna be a good match, though. I mean, it's like a match over that it would be good to hype up and stuff like that, though. But it's gonna end crappy.
My argument is, I would have rather have seen John Cena versus Nakamura at SummerSlam.
Yeah. I fully agree with that.
I mean, they're somehow, I feel like they are just, I hate the way that they are using Nakamura. It is blowing me because, well, first off, he's the king of strong style, right?
Yeah.
So, what do they call him before they say the king of strong style? The rocker, or what do they call him?
Artist? No.
The artist. No.
Yeah,
no. He is not Prince. No. What is going on? Why can't he just be the king of strong style?
He's the artist, and you have the architect, and then
That's true. But Seth Rollins, he owns that architectness, okay? Can't nobody take nothing away from him. I used to not be able to stand him, but I love that man.
I like him either, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. I mean, honestly, over here, at least he could play the role good.
Mm-hmm. And that's what, like, he's good at what he is set to do. And then I'm like, my poor boo Roman Reigns.
I mean, I know a lot of people give Roman hate. A lot of people do, and it's like I mean, I was up in the air with him anyways when he was in the Shield, and like now it's like not really like I don't care about him any less or anymore because of the whole Taker thing. But it's like I just don't like how they're trying to turn him into the next Cena.
Okay, right. Because, you know, when they try to shove someone down your throat, you got to rebel.
Yeah.
But my argument is, I mean, he's good at his job. I don't understand why the fans turn so hard on him. And I feel like they need to be turning on the WWE. Like, there's no point in booing this man who's coming out and doing a phenomenal job at his job. Just because you're mad at the way that the company is using him.
I think they need to decide, is he going to be a good guy or a bad guy? He keeps jumping back and forth.
I don't think he'll ever be a heel. I mean, I got to, of course, meet him. It's my Twitter pic. Me shaking hands with Roman Reigns. My boo stood in line.
I also saw in the reports here why they gave AJ back that title.
Oh, what did you see? I want to know. I haven't been anywhere to read anything yet.
Well, I watched a lot of shit on YouTube too. And I guess after that match, it was decided during the match AJ was going to lose that title. And he was not told this. That's why his shoulder was up whenever he was getting pinned.
Because he thought he was supposed to be winning.
And he was pissed.
I bet. No wonder he got it right back. I figured they were trying to, you know, boost ratings, do like the unthinkable, ooh, Kevin Owens beat the phenomenal one. But then you turn around at SmackDown and give it straight back to him.
Honestly, when Jericho came back, I thought they were going to give it to Jericho.
I would like to see Jericho and AJ Styles for the United States Championship.
I don't know how long Jericho's staying, though. Because, I mean, he said before he wasn't even coming back till, like, the end of the year. So, I don't know if it's, like, a one-time thing or if he's staying around.
Right now, they're trying to pull all rabbits out of their hats to get those ratings up. And I'm mad that they were in Richmond. What day is today?
Thursday.
Okay. So I'm mad that SmackDown was in Richmond on Tuesday. And generally, I would have went. but I didn't pay attention to know that they were going to be there. So I went to Raw on Monday. Let's talk about Raw for a moment.
No. I did not watch Raw. I watched the recap that was online. So that's how I knew what happened on Raw. And I was not really. I really didn't feel bad for missing it.
Right. I'm gonna tell you, I felt bad for paying to go sit in the suite and watch it. Ugh. It was so boring. I was like, first off, we all know I only went for the Hardy Boys. We all know this. But I see my boos come out, I'm like, oh yeah, here they come. They're gonna tackle these revival people in the gallows, whatever. And that was literally the highlight of my evening. I was there in person watching Raw and could not and did not at one point feel like filming a single thing. Like nothing made me be like, this has to make this has to be it. No.
Yeah.
I was just so let down. I feel like I always have favored Raw, but it was a disappointment for me.
No, I know how that is. And they like, I know they keep hinting the whole Shield reunion, even if it's just the two of them. But
my weed is killing me.
But the thing is, like you just had the Miz Taraj put together. I don't know why
with Bo Dallas. With Bo Dallas, you see the face. Why is Bo Dallas in the Miz Taraj? Who the hell is Kurt Hawkins? Who's he?
Kurt Hawkins has never won a match.
I know. Who the hell is Kurt Hawkins? Who is he? Like, you got an entourage of nobodies, okay?
No. Kurt Hawkins is not in the entourage. Curtis Axel is in the entourage.
Oh, I like Kurt Hawkins. He's the one that has kids, right? Who has?
No, that is Heath Slater. That's Heath Slater.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins is the one who fought Jason Jordan.
Oh yeah, that was a waste of time. That was a waste of time. And then I was like, Jason Jordan, how they gonna make him fight Kurt Hawkins? What the fuck is that? I might as well have went on down there in some tights and been like, wrestle me.
Yeah.
Like, why are they? I understand. I mean, he's like a jobber because clearly I've confused him with a million people that he's not. Kurt Hawkins, that is.
He hasn't won a match at all. Since they brought him back, he's never won a match. So what's the point of even bringing him back?
What was the point in having, after all of this big buildup, having Jason Jordan fight a nobody?
I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to build it up to something, which probably means eventually he's going to take the title from the Miz. It's probably the best they're ever going to do.
What, 5 years from now? Because at this rate, it's taking all day. Well, anywho, now that I've confused everybody that is a nobody to me. So this Miz Taraj is a bunch of nobodies. So I'm like, Miz he is great at his job. Like, can't nobody hate on that man. He is good at what he does.
I've always loved the Miz. He's a perfect bad guy. Perfect bad guy on that.
He has to remain a heel. Like, heel. That's his thing. But my argument is, they don't think that they're bringing down his star power. So you have Bo Dallas dressed like a biker, like he's the Undertaker from back in the day.
Yeah, for no reason.
Right. And then you have, what was the guy's name? Because I'm going to call him the wrong thing again.
Curtis Axel.
Right. Who's irrelevant to me because I can't even remember his name. So I don't care.
He's Mr. Perfect Son.
Irrelevant.
What do you got to think here now, though? Okay. They've been trying. No. Bo Dallas has been trying for years for him and his brother to be a tag team. So maybe this is going to lead up to it eventually.
Why? Well, you know what I don't understand is when they had that whole Wyatt thing going, they should have threw his ass in the mix. I mean, why not?
I don't know. They both won it. That's the thing. There's been so many damn reports and shit like that. Both Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt want to be together as a tag team, as brothers.
And it would make sense. I just feel like the packaging of the people, like when Bo Dallas was, the Bo Leave, every time he came out or on the screen, I wanted to believe that I could DDT his ass through the screen because he gets on my nerves. So how do you go from believe to now I'm a badass biker with a bandana wearing hipster clothes? I don't understand.
No. In between that, he was part of 3MB.
That won't shit. Not shit. Next.
Well, I'm just saying, you remember now, technically, over here, Jinder was part of 3MB, now he's champion.
Okay, and Jinder also weighed like 190 pounds and came back weighing 290 pounds.
I know.
Like, I mean, they were able to turn that nobody, Jinder Mahal, into somebody. But I just don't think it's going to happen with Bo Dallas. Like, I feel like it's just going to be a waste. He's going to wind up going independent. No, WWE pays good, so he'll just keep getting paid to look stupid.
Yeah, more likely.
I mean, shit, can someone pay me to look stupid? I'll put on anything.
Well, I mean, eventually, though, you might get fed up with it, though. I think Cody left because they wouldn't let him drop the Stardust. No matter how much he kept bitching about it.
He was so much better as himself.
Exactly, and that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be back as himself. And they kept telling him no. You fucking left. You didn't care.
I mean, money isn't everything, and I'm sure he made a lot while he was there. So it probably doesn't affect him. And he's got to be making good money now with the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's a champion for Ring of Honor. And then his wife is wrestling for TNA.
Right, I saw that. So, I mean, they're not doing bad. I guess if I don't want to walk around looking like Stardust, I'd quit too.
See, the only thing about that I don't understand is how can they own the last name of him?
When it's his legal last name.
And I want to mention it now. His father was in TNA before. And he went by Dusty Rhodes in TNA.
Right. So,
and the thing is, the only way they can ever get around it is when they say, Cody and Brandy Rhodes. They can't just say Cody Rhodes and they have to put his wife in there too. Be able to use the last name.
Broken Hardy. Okay.
Yes.
So I understand that they paid for, they created, he came up with this gimmick on his own. So my argument is, why can't they just let them have it? What's the big deal? Who else is gonna go in there and be able to be broken?
I don't know. Like the argument on that over here, I don't really see anything with. I think it's more because they left on bad terms. Really, because they wouldn't sign the contract, so they wanted to grab on something. That's honestly the only I can see it as. Because I mean, I can understand if it was like the name, kind of a concept, then okay, because everybody has to change their name or some shit like that. But their gimmick and so that I don't see that. And even now, you see them trying to do it here and there all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they need to keep it relevant, since they can't directly do it. So who cares if he has to be like all the time?
I think the thing that scares me though is how in the hell they would bring it in now. What the fucking hell would they do to be able to make them broken?
Okay, well, there's a lot they could do to make them broken. To be real, I thought they were going to be broken after the Sheamus and Cesaro match. Because I was like, once again, technically, Jeff went up to do his high-flying stunt, couldn't really get out the ring in time, and even with Matt and his gimp leg dragging him, they still lost. So if anything, that could have broken him. If anything. Now, I feel like they'd have to pretty much make a whole new storyline or make a whole new storyline. That's it. There's no way to incorporate it into the Hardys of old and the broken universe thing.
I mean, how it happened in TNA was the fact that Jeff and Matt had a rivalry. And, those two fought at each other, and Jeff, kind kind of almost broke him in half
Mm-hmm.
by jumping off the top of the stage.
And that shit was amazing. I was like, yeah, Hardy fingers. Sorry. Those are my boos. You already know.
I know.
Ain't
And I'm
nobody
gonna say
saying
at
nothing
least
about a
that
Hardy.
yeah. I mean, they interpreted it with the storyline. They're good. They brought it in right. They did the storyline right. They didn't just let it die. But then they actually let Jeff join into it, which took a little bit to get under there, and eventually they caught on.
So tell me a little bit about how they left TNA on bad terms.
Like I know, like their contract was already up, and like I guess they couldn't come to terms on their agreement, and Matt's wife was arguing a lot and about a bunch of shit, and I guess over here they wanted to, there were talks about them leaving, and then all this other stupid shit. A lot of it has to deal with Rebby. Most of it, because her mouth just kind of fucked shit up with negotiations.
Her mouth is, I love her. Her mouth is like my mouth. She doesn't give a fuck. So
I'm pretty sure that's why Vince never brought her in. Because of it.
Well, my argument is they still made it. I mean, no one else can use the gimmick. It's stupid, especially like the whole brother Nero. You just gonna take his middle name and be like, no, boo, you can't put brother in front of Nero, even though it is technically your brother Nero.
But then you got to go to the other concept now. Technically, Jeff has all his alternate egos that he's had from other companies that he's always had ever since he started wrestling. He's never been allowed to bring them out until he came to TNA.
Right. Right. Okay. That, I mean, yeah.
I really liked Willow. Willow was really good for him.
Oh, Willow. I love Willow. Oh my god. I mean, like, I just wish they would, anywhere that they were at, would just give them, the freedom to do them, because they're clearly good at what they do. But Willow, I love Willow. I wish I could do that.
What do you guys think of it like this? As long as Jeff decides to stay off the drugs, he can be there as long as he wants.
Right, because he's always been the one with the star power.
Yeah. But he's also on his second strike, so technically, if he ever does drugs again, he's gone for good.
Right, but he's not doing drugs anymore. He's clean. Don't you say a bad word about my Jeff Hardy.
No, I like Jeff. I ain't gonna say nothing wrong with him. So that he's had a lot of drug problems back in the days.
I'll tell you what, bucket list. I need him to go ahead and retire, and I just want to smoke a blunt with Jeff Hardy. That's it. I don't do no hard drugs because I don't do hard drugs. Just want to smoke a blunt and chill and talk about wrestling. Talk about how he's 39 years old, still swantoning off of everything in the building. Like, come on. Jeff Hardy, I think, could just be Jeff Hardy, and he's going to be cool. I feel like Matt needs the gimmicks. He needs
those. See, that's where I get split at, okay? Because when Matt was in TNA, when they split him up, I saw him as a bigger star when he was split up there than when they split him up in WWE. Because the only big thing they did was made a feud with Jeff, and then they made a feud with Edge, and the Edge feud was for a real life situation.
I was like, that was a real feud. Damn you, Lita, or Amy Dumas, whatever you go by now.
Well, you gotta take her now. This year was the very first time Jeff has ever won a WrestleMania match.
And boy, what a match was it. I think they're gonna push Jeff. Somehow they're gonna break them up. Matt's gonna be broken eventually. Whenever Matt can be broken, they're gonna split them up. And then I think that they're gonna battle, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a sparring match, because they know each other's moves. They know like everything they could do. I think that would be the best way. If the broken whatever, and then they could bring them back together to be the broken brothers. I don't even care. But I want to see them go against each other. Like, I want to see broken Matt, their ass Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
In the WWE, where there's a lot of money to make it really cool. I guess that's why I get bored. Kind of watching the independent things. I couldn't sit through like a whole independent show, but I could go to the parts I like, the matches I want to see. As to where the WWE, even though it can be getting on my nerves most of the time, I will at least watch the whole
thing. See, like, I'll watch New Japan every so often, and just watching that and watching what the shit you see now, you can see there's so big of a difference and how much they actually care more about the move styles and the culture and everything else and how it's done, or just a storyline being told. It tells the story while they're in the match itself.
Oh my goodness. We have to back up. And talk about my other boo thing. Finn Balor. What?
Is he ever gonna be the demon again?
That's what I'd like to know. If I go to one more pay-per-view event and his black ass or white ass, whatever, come out in his little leotard and leather jacket and he ain't dressed like the demon, I'm gonna want my money back. Okay?
I mean, I remember here, like, wherever he first won the title. Then right after that, he got injured. Then right afterwards, they came out over here and told people what their plan was. He was going to hold that title for a while and then have Owen beat him for it. But they have
him fighting mid-card matches.
Yeah, I know. Now he's going to be fighting Wyatt.
He was the first ever Universal Champion. This man popped his shoulder back in, finished the match, demon paint everywhere, and now he's a mid-carder that just that's it. That's all we get. A bomb-ass intro. A coup de grace.
I know. It's stupid. I'll watch the shit, and he'll do the coup de grace and shit like that. And parts of me in my head, I'll start yelling out, "No! That's not the coup de grace over here. That's this move and some of that." Because I watched the shit from TNA, and it's like. It's like technically this person used this move before you did.
Right, and it was called this.
Yeah. But yeah, then again, if you really think about it, another person used that move before you did.
Well, you saw them when Seth Rollins debuted that one finisher that I don't think I've ever seen again.
His newest one?
The knee with the jump spin thing. Whatever. I
can't remember what it was called.
But somebody else did it. Or somebody else, they still are currently doing it. And I thought they were from an independent circuit or something. And the only thing he did to make it his own was jump high or something. I don't know. But my argument is, they took away the curb stomp, which I thought was ultimately super cool.
Because he injured somebody with it.
Shit happens. Okay? It's sports entertainment.
That's why Joe's not allowed to do the muscle buster no more.
Because he injured somebody?
He broke Tyson Kidd's neck.
Is that who he was fighting when that happened?
Yeah. And that's the weirdest thing, is that was his finishing move in TNA. All the time. Never injured anybody's neck.
Come to WWE and now you're breaking necks.
That's why they just let him do submission moves now and nothing else.
Well, clearly, because he's going to be breaking necks. Poor Tyson Kidd. He had such good potential, too.
He did. They were giving him that good push with Cesaro and everything else.
I loved them together. Oh, my God.
And and the thing is, though, while those two were together, they were actually using Natalya right.
Yes. Yes. Natalya is a horrible heel. Horrible. I wish they'd just let her be babyface because that's what she's good at. And I do want her to get the women's championship, but I do not want her to get it off of Naomi. She needs to get it from like Carmella or something.
I would like to see her win it at SummerSlam. But if she wins it, I don't want. That's the only time I would say I do not want the Money in the Bank cash in.
Do you see this face?
Yes.
If she wins it at SummerSlam, that means she would have to beat Naomi, which is unacceptable.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's gonna be my pick. Whenever we do the video for it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have a lot of editing because I'm gonna be talking shit for at least 20 minutes about you going against my homie Naomi. Now, Naomi has paid her dues, so if she is gonna lose, she deserves to lose, like, good, like, just. I don't want her to lose to Natalya. I like them both, and that's part of the problem. Like, I want them both to succeed, but I don't want them to shit on each other.
What do you guys think here now, though? Would you rather Natalya have the title or Carmella have the title right now?
Is that a real question?
Yes, because you gotta think here now. Because one way or another, either Natalya could end up winning the title and not the briefcase not be used, or Naomi could keep the title and the briefcase could be used, and then it could fuck shit up anyways.
Oh God! That's tough. You're right, though. I definitely don't care to have to look at James Ellsworth every week. So
where he hasn't been around in forever. He's been suspended.
Right, and that's good. But if I don't even understand why they even put him with Carmella. Like, I felt like Carmella could have did this on her own.
I don't know. I think it's because they just need a reason to use them.
I don't want. If anyone has to beat Naomi, okay, Natalya. She's about the only person that I will stand behind that has put in their dues and deserves it as much as Naomi does.
I could go with Becky. She was the first woman picked.
We've already seen her as a champion. We've already seen her kicking laughs. We've already seen it. We've already seen Charlotte. She's the queen of pay-per-views. I'm pretty done with that. Like, there's really...
Oh, sorry. She ain't the queen of pay-per-views no more. She's been losing pay-per-views.
Right. She's just there. But, I mean, I don't know. They need to start using the women better.
See, now this right here is my final argument of all of it. I cannot stand WWE's women. At all, I think they do all of them wrong. And that's why I love the knockouts. Because I believe every storyline they do with them is perfect for it. They build it up perfectly.
Right.
And then, I mean, I feel bad, though, because Gail Kim is finally going to retire at the end of the year.
Wrestling kind of got boring after the Bellas left when it comes to the women.
I never liked the Bellas. I didn't give a shit for the whole twin magic bullshit.
You better shut the hell up.
I hated that the fact. I didn't care whether they switched every damn match. They kept switching back and forth.
Well, when they first came out, I won't lie. I was like, no one notices that this one has a strong chin and the other one doesn't. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a hater. Because I was tired of, the twin magic all the time. But when they separated and went into Brie mode, oh, I love Brie mode.
Then they try to have a rivalry with the two of them, and it could not work for shit. Nobody got behind it.
That was dumb. See, but you gotta blame a lot of that on creative, for the show. I think that if all these wrestlers just came and did what they wanted, like the way that they thought their direction should be, kind of like John Cena does, then it might be a way better show.
Possibly.
It might be.
I mean, technically, they're still hinting that Taker is not done yet.
I would hate to think that the Taker went out losing to Roman Reigns, even though Roman Reigns is my boo. But I just don't think that's the way the Taker should exit his career.
See, I still say Taker should have left undefeated. Him deciding to lose to Lesnar. Okay, if you're gonna do that, just end there. You didn't have to lose to Roman. That
right,
no purpose.
You gotta have two losses.
It brought no purpose to it.
Well, no. Well, I know one thing. He better wrestle again because I'm not accepting that as the end. I mean,
he's an old man who's hurt all the time, so.
Right, but then let him go out big. He deserves that. He puts people over. You know what I mean? He is a good employee. He deserves a good go out.
Hell, let him be like Lesnar and everybody else. Let him hold the title one last time, never show up like like everybody else does.
Right. I hate that.
No, I hate it, but I mean, at least it's a way to let Taker go out and like in a high note.
Well, right. I would accept that from the Taker, but like the fact that it's so rare that Brock Lesnar has to defend the title, it annoys me because I'm thinking of things like when Seth Rollins was the champ. You know, he was fighting hardcore every day. You know, in and out, night and day. He was doing what champions do. Got hurt being a champion. This man shows up when he wants, basically. No show is interesting because we already know we're never going to see a universal title match. Like, so we're really just watching lame ass storylines while we wait for it to be Brock Lesnar's time to fight. That's not.
Well, that's why they're making the jokes about it, or saying over here, like, he's held the title for a little bit over 100 days. He's only defended it once.
Right, so of course you can hold it forever. You've had one match. And then I was like, I thought him and Samoa Joe's match was going to be a little bit better than it was. It was a good match, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
No, I think Joe should. I mean, I knew Joe was going to lose, but they should at least let him take a bigger beating. Maybe kick out of the first F5.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just want to go F5 Vince McMahon. I mean, I'm not like most girls, so maybe I could.
You gotta think now, how much say does Vince have and how much say does Triple H have right now?
I wonder who has the most say.
I don't know. I do not know.
You know what, to be real, I think that Vince McMahon has the most say because I really think that Triple H would have better storylines. If you go back and look at NXT, like I said, I haven't been an avid fan of it, but now that I kind of go back and watch some, I can mess with it. I can get where it's going. You know what I mean? Like, Triple H does a great job in NXT. So if he brought that same fire and heat to, the main roster, I think it would totally make a better show.
I kind of want to watch NXT just to see what the hell they've ever done with Eric Young. I never even hear shit about him ever anymore since he came there.
Just rolled out. He's under the mat hiding, part of the setup crew. That's what he's doing now. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. They did a lot of stupid things with him in TNA and so that though, but he was like an original for them, and he fought so hard. It was so long for him to finally get that first title, his first world champion, and I mean, it was an emotional time for like everybody watching that shit for how much he won that, and then shortly after he left and shit like that, and then he went there to NXT, and it's like you heard that he was there, then you never heard shit from him since.
They probably released his ass. They'd be getting rid of people like water around there.
Oh, they do.
But yeah, definitely check out NXT because like the creative is almost completely different. Like almost. They have more stories you can support. Like some of them are cheesy, yes, but the majority of them like are good.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I like the X division, which is kind of like the cruiserweight for you guys, but like it's the old cruiserweight, not this new cruiserweight thing.
Right. This purple rope thing.
They don't do the purple ropes anymore. They just decide, fuck it, it's too much work.
I just ruining. I don't even know why. The brand split and then the cruiserweight thing, and then I think they're doing it all wrong. They need to bring everybody back together, and they need to put on good matches because I'm sick of looking at the same SmackDown people fight the same SmackDown people, the same Raw people fight the same Raw people, the same cruiserweights fighting each other. It gets old. It's really old for me.
It does, and then my only issue with that is you bring them back together, you're gonna see the same matches on Raw that you see on SmackDown. They're gonna have like a rematch like the next night.
That's true. So, are you saying that you think the split is better?
I do. I like the. I think the split right now is actually better. I mean, it gives a few extra people a little bit more chances to be on TV. I mean, the brand split hurts the tag teams for SmackDown because you really only get to see like two of them, and the five that are there.
Right. And then they brought the New Day over. So now the New Day is there. I feel like it's going to favor the New Day like they were on Raw. And that was old to me. I couldn't wait for them to lose.
Yeah, I was never behind the New Day. Like, I've been waiting for them to split up.
After they got rid of the church music, I was A-okay. I was like, what? What? Once they started being stupid with the unicorn and the little Joker shoes, or Jester shoes, whatever they are, you know, turn up toes, I was like, okay, I can laugh at these people. And that's what I did.
I mean, I think Big E was like actually a good like contender for other titles whenever he was a single person. Kofi technically was a mid-card person. Xavier didn't do shit, no matter what, and he kind of still shows that now. Like, he needs the New Day. Right. Without the New Day, Xavier is nothing.
Exactly, I agree, because I was like, who's this guy with the trombone?
And, I mean, and that's another reason why I like TNA. Because in TNA, he was Consequences Creed. And, I mean, he held X Division titles, tag titles. I mean, he could go off the top rope and a whole bunch of shit. You could tell they watered down people's moves.
Right, because I was like, he don't do nothing like that now.
No, and like the pay-per-view, he was wearing like the red, white, and blue trunks, and that was so much. That's what his outfit was back then, and I was like, oh my, like it looked so great with the afro and shit. Like it made him look so much like his old self.
And then blah.
Yeah.
Stale ass match. The matches be stale as shit. Like, you could hear a pin drop. When I was in Raw, like, literally, normally, even though we sit in the suite, like, you know, we still gotta kind of yell to, you know, hear. It was so quiet, you could hear a pin drop. I was like, what is going on? Like, am I gonna stop paying my money to go to these events? Because instead of going to see Raw, where I was bored out of my mind, I could have ordered the freaking WWE crate thing with the exclusive Hardy Boys shirt in it. That's all I want. Okay? I didn't need to go see them not even wrestle, although I did see them wrestle when they were in Baltimore. Anywhere they are, I go. But
yeah, I haven't been to an actual WWE event in years.
Oh my goodness, where do you live? When's the next one there? I will come to where you live and we will go.
I don't know when they're back up in Pittsburgh.
I'll have to let you know.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well, Wheeling or Pittsburgh, whichever one they go to next.
Right. But I'm all about going anywhere. One, I like to travel. I hate to drive, but I like to travel. And I like to go see anything that I like, which is like wrestling or football, basketball, hockey. I'm an all-around sports junkie.
Like, the weird thing was, okay, now